Available now. Link below.
And now in our special report, we're peeling back the layers of a story so bizarre it's hard to believe it's real. Imagine for a moment the leader of the free world sitting across from ghosts of the past, engaging in diplomatic conversations that never happened. This isn't a plot from a Hollywood script. It's playing out at the highest levels of American government. President Joe Biden, in a moment that left both supporters and critics bewildered, claimed to have met with François Mitterrand, the French president who passed away over 2 decades ago. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. What does it say about the state of our leadership, and more importantly, what implications does it have for our great nation's future? So stay with us. This report isn't just a revelation, it's a wake-up call, and trust me, you don't want to miss the final thought and my special announcement where we tie it all together for the American people. Now, before we dive deeper into today's eye-opening report, let's take a moment for a quick but crucial message. Think about it. In a world where our leadership seems to be navigating through a fog of confusion, it's more important than ever to ensure we're not just passively watching from the sidelines, just like we rely on the clarity and truth in the news we bring you daily. There's something else that demands our attention: our rising energy bills. In a time when utility costs are skyrocketing, it feels like we're facing an uphill battle, doesn't it? But there is a beacon of hope. Yes, there is. Thousands are turning to this revolutionary device, slashing their power bills and taking back control from the greedy utility companies. This compact, energy-saving marvel is not just a gadget. It's a statement that we are not standing down. Experience the change at don'twastepower.com and join the movement towards a brighter, more sustainable future. Remember, it's about taking action in our homes and in our nation. Now, in today's report, we're diving into a matter that's not just a slip of the tongue or a humorous blip in the news cycle. It's a glaring signal, a red flag raised high, questioning the cognitive capabilities of President Joe Biden. The latest episode, Biden's claim of meeting with François Mitterrand in 2021, a figure not only central to French history, but also one who's been deceased for over 2 decades. Oh, this isn't merely about forgetting a name or misplacing a fact. It's about the unsettling confusion of reality and history at the highest level of government. Now, the incident brings to light a series of concerns that have been simmering beneath the surface for some time. Biden, known for his gaffes over the years, seems to have crossed from the realm of benign missteps into territory that could be construed as evidence, clear evidence of cognitive decline. Now, the mention of Mitterrand, a leader who passed away in 1996 during a public address, starkly highlights the issue. The blunder was not in private, but on public stage, leading many to question, if such fundamental errors are made in public, what happens behind closed doors? Now, this clip, shared widely across social media platforms, shows Biden recounting his supposed interaction, sparking a flurry of concern and skepticism. The video isn't just a viral piece of content, it's a piece of evidence for those pointing out Biden's potential mental fitness issues. It's a moment that, in their view, encapsulates a broader issue of reliability and capability. And it's sad. Watch.
People have pled guilty. You know, right after I was elected, I went to what they call a G7 meeting, all the NATO leaders. It was in the south of England. And I sat down and I said, "America's back." And Mitterrand from France looked at me and said, "You know, why, how long are you back for?" And I looked at him, and the Chancellor of Germany said, "What would you say, Mr. President, if you picked up the paper tomorrow in the London Times, and the London Times said, 1,000 people break through the House of Commons, break down the doors, 2 bobbies are killed in order to stop the election of the Prime Minister?" What would you say? I never thought about it from that perspective. What would we say if that happened in another democracy around the world?
Now, following this, the narrative around Biden's cognitive decline in his health has only intensified. Critics and concerned citizens alike are drawing parallels between Biden's age and his mental acuity. At 81, his presidency is historic not just for its policies, but also for the challenges it presents in terms of the physical and cognitive demands of the office. The conversation isn't new, but has reignited with each misstep, each forgotten name, and each misplaced fact. The handling of these incidents by the White House has done little to quell the growing unease. Corrections in official transcripts and dismissals of concerns by spokespersons are seen as some as attempts to mask a deeper, more concerning trend. Now, this isn't about political opposition, but about the readiness and capability of the person holding the most significant and demanding office in the land. Moreover, the implications of these gaffes extend beyond domestic politics to the international stage. In diplomacy, clarity and precision are not just valued, they are required. Misnaming or misidentifying world leaders can lead to confusion, embarrassment, and in the worst cases, diplomatic incidents. It raises the question of how America is viewed by its allies and adversaries when such mistakes are made openly and without correction. The issue of Biden's cognitive function isn't a standalone concern. It's part of a larger conversation about the age and health of our leaders. The proposal for mandatory mental competency tests for politicians over 75, as suggested by Nikki Haley, underscores a growing public desire for assurances that leaders are physically and mentally equipped for their roles. It reflects a broader debate in the balance between experience and capability and wisdom and acuity. As we navigate these discussions, it's crucial to remember the stakes involved. The leadership of the free world requires not just experience and knowledge, but the mental sharpness to make decisions that affect millions, if not billions of lives. The presidency is a role that demands the utmost from those who hold it, both physically and cognitively. The Biden administration, faced with these concerns, stands at a crossroads. Addressing these issues head-on with transparency and honesty could help alleviate some of the growing public skepticism. Ignoring them, however, may only serve to deepen the divide and increase the clamor for change. So as we witness these events unfold, it's clear that the issue at hand transcends politics. It's about the very essence of leadership and the standards we as a nation hold our leaders to. It's a conversation that's as much about the failure of our country as it is about the individuals who lead it. Now, before proceeding to my final thought, it's imperative to address the elephant in the room. The 2024 election is not just an election. It's a battleground for the soul of our nation. And the silent coup exposes the underbelly of political machinations and media bias that threaten to undermine our democratic values. So equip yourself with the truth and be part of the vanguard that demands transparency and accountability. Your copy is just a click away. Find the link in this video's description. And now, my final thought. In closing, this report transcends mere political discourse to touch upon the essence of leadership within our republic. President Biden's recent lapse, mistaking a meeting with a deceased leader, symbolizes more than a fleeting error. It raises profound concerns about the cognitive fortitude required at the helm of our nation. Leadership is not merely a title, but a commitment to clarity, decision-making, and the unwavering guidance of our country through both prosperity and adversity. As we stand at the crossroads of history, the question of mental acuity in the Oval Office is not partisan, but foundational to our republic's integrity. It beckons us to reflect on the paramount importance of ensuring that those elected to guide our nation are fully equipped mentally and physically for this monumental task. So let this moment be a call to action, urging a thoughtful evaluation of what we require from those who lead for the sake of America's present and future. If you got value from this report, tap subscribe.
Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. Now keep up your quest for truth with this next news report. And if you found our channel enlightening, join the millions who agree with you. Tap subscribe. Thank you for watching the Next News Network.